Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Foxy98 here, and welcome back to a brand new video for you guys today here on the channel. Today, we are here in the Virgin for the final time on F1 2010. This is the finale of this career mode, and as you can see, this is how the Drivers' Championship looks. So the fight is between who is going to win the championship between Mark Webber and Sebastian Vettel. It was pretty much Mark Webber's to win until he retired from like the last 3 or 4 races. And then also for myself, I'm only 6 points clear of Felipe Massa. I don't think I'll be able to beat him in the championship. I think the Ferrari is just a bit too fast. But we're here for the final round, and we're just going to get straight into it. My agent is a pleb, I don't even like her. But we're here for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the last one on the calendar. And hopefully we can try and end on a high. If we end on a low, it's perfectly fine because I can't bother to play the game. But if we end on a high, it just means that we can be happy.
Alright, mate.
Is that it? It just said, alright, mate. I thought you were actually going to give me some good advice. Clearly not. Wow. Okay, thanks, Bob. Rob. Whatever your name is.
Okay, it looks like your engine is running a bit.
For God's sake, I actually really enjoyed that lap. No mistakes whatsoever. Whoopsie. Oh, bollocks. No mistakes whatsoever. Car felt in really good shape. And I'm like 4 seconds off the pace. Granted, I wasn't running in fast or like fast engine mode at all. But I was still expecting something actually decent. Not P11, like a million miles off the pace. That really, to me, is frustrating.
Before you run out of fuel, pit within 2 laps. That last lap puts you into 8th.
That's better. Oh, whoops.
You're in 8th for the race start tomorrow.
Whoopsie.
Good job.
I literally was just clicking A to get through the... Whoopsie. I didn't mean to skip through the grid. My bad. I should be able to go for it. Here we go. So it's Vettel on pole position. It is then ahead of Mark Webber. Hamilton in P3. Button P4. Massa ahead of Alonso, Rosberg, and then myself in P8. Kubica P9, Schumacher P10. So we're starting in P8. It's a good starting position. Unfortunately, Massa starts in P5, which is it isn't encouraging. But last time, we started on the hard tyres, then we went to the soft tyres. This time around, we're going to just start on the soft tyres, because last time around, starting on the hards, it just didn't work for us. So we're going to start on the soft tyre, we're going to try and go then to the hards, to the end of the race. Hopefully we can try and have a good race. We're in P8, looking to score points. Let's get into it. Come on. Alright, here we go.
It's been a long journey. Let's end the season on a high note.
I mean, that's the aim, but most probably I'll get spun out by a curb, so there we go. 5 red lights. And it's lights out when we go to start the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the finale of this epic career mode. I'm going to dive it up the inside, I think. I've held on so slightly. Wasn't my fault. There we go. Get through there. Massa going slowly. I'll have that. Thank you very much. I'm going to leave him out to dry a little bit. I'll go down the inside of Button as well. Thank you very much.
We've moved into 4.
I'm going to be left to dust on this straight. I'm going to be absolutely left to dust. Button's going to go to the outside. I've managed to hold off Jensen's attack for now. Okay, I wasn't honestly expecting them to break that early, but they did. Okay, second it is. Let's try and pull away. Why not? Let's do it. P2, Hamilton up ahead. Probably won't be able to catch him. Who put the rocket ships in my Virgin? Down the inside of Lewis Hamilton for the lead of the Grand Prix. He's going to do the switchback. Sorry, I've got rocket ship Virgin power, baby. Goodbye, sunshine. Oh, crap. He's coming back at me. No, I said nothing. I said you're a really good driver, Hamilton. You're my idol, please. Stop it. Stop it. Allow it. No, no. This has not gone well. It's alright. I'll just brake later than you. Bye. Don't spin. Okay. Definitely felt the car spinning then. We're up into the lead of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. This is quite frankly a miracle in disguise. Hamilton now coming back at me. Please don't. I'd rather you didn't. I just want a win. To be honest, all I'm looking to do is beat Felipe Massa. That's my aim. I just want to beat Massa and rub it in his mouth. Whatever that means. That was a little bit nervous, especially via my hole. Again, really don't know what I'm saying today.
It's in this lap. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Gap at the moment then, end of lap 4 is 2.9 seconds. I am absolutely mighty fast in the final sector of the lap. That is where my pace is really coming down at the moment on the others. Sectors 1 and 2, I'm just a tad slower. Whoopsie. Yeah, it seemed that I lost 8/10 in the first sector alone. So, from where I'm standing, the final sector is where the pace is. Now, I'm not running in fast on the engine mode. I'm going to now. I want to get the gap up a little bit more. But through the corners, I'm just able to carry so much more speed than everyone. That's where my performance is coming from. It's in the braking zones and in the corners, and it's completely different to Brazil. Remember back in Brazil, I literally said the car would not stop for corners. This time, the car is stopping at all the corners properly. But following that, I can just carry the speed. I can really glance the thing through everything. It's amazing fun. And there's another couple of tenths on the McLaren, which is weird because that was just straight. And then it's through here where the pace really just ranks up another level. Just look how smooth this car is. That's not a corner cut. I don't know what you're talking about, game. Alright, so we're coming into the pits now for our stop in this race. Here we go. Coming in now. I think Hamilton's going to follow me in. No, he's not. So Hamilton stays out. So he's going to go for the overcut. So too is Mr. Mark Webber as well. Okay. Interesting. Let's go. 6 second stop. That's alright. It could have been a little bit better.
Watch out for traffic as you rejoin the track.
Oh my god, I crapped myself then. I thought the car was not going to stop. Where am I going to rejoin? That's the question.
First place.
I've rejoined in P3. Are you kidding me? That's actually amazing. I did not expect to be rejoining in P3 in this race. I've got some serious pace. I didn't actually execute it all in qualifying as well. But it doesn't matter. Qualifying means nothing to me. It's all about the race. That's Hamilton and Webber stopping.
Looks like he'll stay out for a longer period during his next stint.
And that is me still in front. The gap's come down a little bit though. The gap's definitely come down. 100%. Which I don't really mind as such. 2.5 seconds. Kind of stable actually more than anything. I did not have a good final sector mind on that last lap. Just made too many mistakes really. Especially just near the end of the lap. I really couldn't get it hooked up together. But we're still leading the race. And that's all that matters.
Nice driving. That was the fastest lap of the race.
New fastest lap for myself. Out front. Just getting hammered down. I'm just rinsing this track right now. And I'm loving it. It's another fastest lap of the race. Still just pushing along nicely. There's no need to back it off. 7.2 now, the gap to Hamilton. I'm loving this right now. This is one of those happy races for a Virgin car. Some of them are just a little bit of a pain in the backside. This one, however, is completely different. I'm going to lose time in the first sector every lap. You can see that there, look, 6.6 seconds. Comes down by, look, 0.6. So in the first sector, I'm slower by, like, a massive amount. And then in the middle sector, that's where I gain about 2-3 tenths. And then in the final sector, that's where I just gain absolutely loads of time on the AIs. Like, it's ridiculous how much time you can gain. And, well, I mean, in every F1 game that I've ever played, I've always been bad in the first sector of the lap around Abu Dhabi. Just can't get it right. I just can't get the high-speed corners flowing correctly. And I just don't know what it is, really. I'm just not that good at it. But on this occasion, it's so much fun to drive. Look at that, 7.4 now to Hamilton. So, like, there's my entire gap and more gained back. Now, I know I just had an awful set of corners, but that's what happens when you talk and race at the same time. More important news to talk about as well is at the moment, in terms of the championship standings, Mark Webber is going to win the World Championship. Vettel only in P4 is not enough, and he's got to be, I think he needs to, I'm just trying to think, how many points back was he used? 12 points behind. So how many is that to outscore? So if Webber finishes in P4 and Vettel finishes P3, that's only 3 points. In theory, to be honest, Vettel needed to win this race to give himself the maximum potential. But unfortunately, there's a wild virgin that's got different ideas, and that's me. No, I just set a new personal best, 7 tenths quicker than my previous personal best lap. Fastest lap of the race so far, and I wasn't actually trying, but there we go. That just shows the immense dominance of this virgin car. Final lap of the Grand Prix, though. And it's been an absolutely sensational race. I didn't think I had so much pace. But I just got dialed in. Like, in terms of practice for this race, I never do practice. Like, you saw me in the practice session then. The only time that I'll ever take part in practice is if there's an R&D objective little thingy, just to see if it actually makes a difference or not. All of my work is done in qualifying. I'd go into quali, see how the car performed, and then in the race, that's when I develop and learn how to get on with the race and how the track feels and how the car is feeling. And immediately from lights out, the car just felt brilliant. Like, I just saw straight away all the AIs were just braking so early into corners, and I thought, is this going to be a recurring theme? Because obviously I had the car in fast mode for engine, and it appears that might have just been one of the tricks, because I don't think it was the full trick behind it, but for me, it just on the curb then. But the cars, they were just braking so slowly, and Hamilton pulled away by about quite a few seconds, like 2 seconds at the end of the first lap. All of a sudden, I managed to just reel him back in straight away through that chicane that you saw me overtake him, or into the hairpin, obviously overtook him, but I managed to reel him in, and I've just pulled away ever since, and this is pretty much going to be the perfect send-off to a very wild and wacky season of F1 2010. It's the victory at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in the Virgin from 8th on the grid. We've managed to win the race, set the fastest lap as well in the process of a 1:43.2.
Congratulations, mate! That's a fantastic win! Simply fantastic! Hey, nobody expected that result.
I did. What the hell are you on about? That probably echoed from my mic as well because he's just really loud. But there it is then, guys. That is F1 2010 done and dusty that we managed to win for the Virgin team. 10 seconds clear of Lewis Hamilton. Mark Webber is going to be the world champion for F1 2010. Sebastian Vettel just didn't beat him today. It's ahead of Jenson Button, Nico Rosberg. Felipe Massa finished in 7th. So overall, Massa scored 6 points today. So even if we didn't score... actually, no. What we had to have done was we would have had to finish P9 or P10, around about that position, if Massa finished where he was. Of course, if I wasn't there, then he'd technically finish P6. So we'd need to finish in P9 or P8 in that race to really cement our position. Luke Degrassi just, well... shit, really. There's nothing else to say about it. But anyway, that is it then. Overall in the World Driver Championship then, as I said...
Take a moment to thank you for a memorable season. Thanks to your efforts, we're going to be in a stronger position next year.
Thanks, buddy. Right, so overall then, Mark Webber is the world champion. He has beaten Sebastian Vettel by 15 points in the end. Lewis Hamilton on 206 points. Red Bull were absolutely dominant this entire season. No one could come anywhere near them. Fernando Alonso finishes in P4 in the championship ahead of Jenson Button. We managed to finish in P6. I'm really happy with that. 162 points, beating Felipe Massa in the end after a race victory. Rosberg finished ahead of Schumacher just by only a point. Then it is the two Renaults of Petrov and Kubica, having a little bit of a disappointing season overall. 56 and 52 points ahead of Liuzzi with 37. Hulkenberg and Barrichello tying it on 17 points. Suttel and De La Rosa 16 and 14. Alguersuari getting 10 points. Got 11. Buemi getting 10 points. Kobayashi scored 9. Kovalainen scored 3. And my teammate Lucas Di Grassi did actually score 2 points. I've got no idea where, but he scored 2 points. So fair play to him. In the Constructors' Championship then, like I said, it's a dominant season for Red Bull. 561 points they entered the season on. McLaren end the season on 390 points. Ferrari then on 329 ahead of Mercedes. Virgin then on 164 points. We did manage to beat Renault in the Constructors' Championship and claim P5. Awesome stuff that from ourselves there. And that is everything for this career mode. So we're going to go and have a little cheeky interview now with some babes in the Abu Dhabi Amma Lounge. But yeah, that was a great race. I just had so much pace. I didn't expect to have it either.
You must all be elated by the result.
How do you feel the race went? It goes to show that all our hard work was worth it. Do you expect interest from bigger teams? Yeah, I'll put myself out there. Were the conditions challenging? It wasn't an issue. Everything went perfectly for myself. And there it is then, guys. That is all the interviews done and dusted. Pretty much got to see what's available, to be honest. Like, I can't accept anything. So I think from where I'm sitting, I've got nothing that I want. Nowhere to go, really. I'm just going to go to contract required. To enter the new season, you must... Oh, I've got to sign a new contract.
The team say your performance is okay. Keep it up.
View contract. Renault don't want me. Force India don't want me. Williams don't want me. W don't want me. Tarossa don't want me. Next season. Good Christ alive, this game sucks, wee-wees. Give me some of that green Lotus. Why not? Might as well. There you go. Boom. Cool. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for F1 2010. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, feel free to drop it a like, subscribe if you are new around here as well to the channel. And I will see you guys next time. Take care all. Thank you very much for watching the series. Peace.